anticipation of a great game. So we wait to see what the boys can dish, and we're really hungry. We're really hungry for this derby match. Remember, the first one was actually full of action, and we hope that this one can actually be better than the first one.
Yes, Zola is talking about the first derby this year, which ended 1-1. Dynamo scored first in the first half through a Kevin Moyo penalty, and Caps United equalizer through Rafael Kaundera's late strike. 1-1. So what is it going to be? But as we talk about that, if you are a Caps United fan, I was telling Zola this just before we went on air, Caps United have now gone 6 years without beating Dynamos, and this is sweet music to Chief Justice Majavi. What are you expecting? 1-1 the last time. What do you think this time around will be?
You know, if you look at the first round of the matches, 1-1, it was a good game throughout. Dynamos played well, so as Caps United in the second half, and you know, it's probably going to be exciting. One of the matches which we are looking at in this domestic league. And I hope Dynamos will maintain. And these records are very countful, especially when you are beating your rivals. We really, you know, enjoy beating Caps United all the time. You know, I speak as a player, like a player. But we always enjoy. You know, the rivalry is good, and the rivalry is good for the players. It's good for the city as well. The whole of Zimbabwe, I would say. But we hope we maintain, and we need a win today. Yeah.
Right, you saw me laughing when he said, you see, we always enjoy beating Caps United. The camera was not on Alois Munjira. He was not laughing, I'll tell you that. So I'll ask him now to come in and tell us what do you think is going to be the menu this afternoon. 1-1, and if the truth be told, the first game, it was a game of two halves. Dynamos took the first half, and Makepe Kepe took the second. Do you think it's going to be the same story?
Yeah, like I said, it's bad, you know, as a player or as a fan or as an administrator for any of the clubs to be beaten by the other. So as Caps United, it's always bad and heartbreaking to lose to Dynamos. The last game it was 1-1. Caps United equalized towards the end of the game, and it was actually sweet music for us because at that particular moment we were already thinking that we're gonna lose that match, and I think at the end of the day the Caps United fans were the happier of the two sets of fans. So now we're looking to take off from where we left off that time, and hopefully we are going to win this one. I've got a feeling that we are going to make it happen today for the first time in the 6 years that you have mentioned. I'm sure today is the day.
So over 40 years, this derby has been happening here. I did tell you about the first one. Then it went into the 80s, the 90s, the 10 of the millennium. We'll be talking about that later. But what we did earlier on, we talked to the two head coaches of the teams to tell us more about what they thought. And also, they talked about having their star players being removed by the national team coach, Michael Nice, to go not to partake in this tie. God knows Morwira Zisu from Makepe Kepe is not around. Kapopi, Emmanuel Jalai, is also not around for Dimbare. So, here, what the two coaches had to say, that's the two Lloyds, Lloyd Mablanyo Chigove and Lloyd Loza Chitembwe.
We've got two of our key players in suspension, and no more and Championship Chilunga. And then we got a forced change in Emmanuel Jalai, who is on national duty and cannot be with us today. My only worry is that the playing ground must be level. If players are called to the national team, all of them must not play for their clubs. As I said for the other time again, that you see Kama Billiard playing for Yada, you see Oldham Sona doing business for Singapore. But our key player, Jalai, is there to go on national duty and cannot be with us today. But having said that, the Rangers are 30 players, and those players must come to the party when there is need.
Tintin, vese vaplewa. So you heard what the two coaches there had to say about the game, and especially about Emmanuel Jalai, Kapopi, and Zizu Godnos Morwira. Let me just ask Zola, what he feels, how he feels about Zizu being withdrawn from this game here.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. Somebody told me that Zizu was not playing today. When I got into the stadium, I was like, why isn't he playing? Because I was training yesterday. He was there, and everything was okay. Then I was told that he was taken by the national team coach. I was shocked, to be honest, because this is the first time that I have heard that a national team coach can actually go to a team camp and pick up a club player and stop him from playing the game. I like Nis. He's a very likable fellow, good character, good coach and everything. But I think here he was offside, totally. Because look, the players belong to the clubs. They don't belong to the national team. So you cannot go and take players from the club which go down to Sokwara. These players are employed by the club, because if he gets injured playing with the national team, he is the responsibility of Caps United. So it's Caps United who are the employers of the club. So I don't know where the power came from. He is a professional. He should know this. Like I said, very nice coach, good guy. But here he was so wrong. And as for Caps United, I think it impacts so badly on Caps United. He was there. He's the cog. At the heart of the Caps United defense, and to just plug him out. He has been training all week. Coaches have been preparing, and then to just come on game day and withdraw him. What does the coach do now? Changes all the whole plan. I thought that was very unprofessional. Players get injured all the time. Kama Billiard played yesterday for Yada. He's also going to the national team. Mapisa is playing for Dynamos. He's here. He's in the team. He's playing. So I don't know.
Oltamus played for Simba Bora.
I played for Simba Bora yesterday, and I was watching Jordan Zemura played for Udinese.
He scored a sweet free kick.
So what is the difference?
Now on the match, we more likely to play differently, another way, and extremely disappointed with the manner in which the national team organization is concerned. I'm sure these are very bad signs, and you don't expect such things to happen, especially at this level. And it's unfortunate that certain individuals would want to take away the glory out of the derby, and it's very unfortunate we were denied an opportunity to play our captain today, and for reasons that I'm not even aware of. And for your own information, in the very same competition that the national team is playing, Manchester are still enjoying the luxury of playing their best goalkeeper at the moment, and for us, we've been denied that opportunity. It's so sad, and like I've always said, our football has gone to very, very bad.
Right. So the two coaches there, Mablanyo first to go, and Lodza second to go, and they're all talking, both talking about their big disappointment at having their two key players withdrawn. Zizu Godnons Borwira being withdrawn, Kapopi Emmanuel Jalai being withdrawn. Well, we've talked about that, right. I did tell you that the first game here back in 77, 3-2, Caps United, Dynamo scoring twice through Oliver Katea, and the other one coming from Daniel Didi Ngube, George Shire manufacturing all three goals. Caps United scoring through Sheki, Mr. Goals Tauro, and Peter Petro Agostino. And we've seen, the 80s, different players coming through, the 90s, Alois Bunjira, Stuart Murisa for Makepe Kepe, and later on for Dimbare, Justice Majavi and the crew as he was captain. And this derby here, guys, there's no bigger game in the capital than this one. I just want to take you back to those 90s when you were scoring for fun for Makepe Kepe and you won the league title back in 1996. How did it feel playing against Dynamos? Was it different playing against any other team?
Yeah, it was totally different, to be honest, because it was everything starts maybe 2 weeks before the match. You're already walking around in the streets, and the fans of either side, the fans of Dynamos will be like, "Tokuch guy," and the Caps United fans will be encouraging. They'll be begging, "Guys, we cannot lose to Dynamos." So the flags, the blue flags that are waving, and the first thing that you feel is like, you look at the Vietnam stand, you see these blue flags, flying. You'll be like, I'm going to make them suffer today. I'm going to make them suffer today. That's why sometimes when you celebrate it, we exaggerated it, we overdid it because of that excitement.
Let me get in Chief to come here. I'm sure you want to have your say as well. Is Dimbare captain? How did it feel coming up against Mankepe?
All the other games, I would say, okay, they were very important, but this was the most important fixture. You decide the way you can judge yourself. You can judge also your team performance with this fixture, this kind of a fixture, playing against Caps United, one of the biggest fixtures, as everyone knows. It was always, we knew City End should be quiet. We knew whenever we are getting onto the field, City End should be quiet.
That's where the Caps United supporters are housed.
Of course, then
that one
is Dynamos. And these fixtures, very important. Coming back from home, everyone at home, they are supporting the fans, the clubs themselves. That's when they can pick up their momentum and gauge where they are, how they are managing their clubs. These fixtures also put players on the calendar. These are very important fixtures. Get selected for the national team through these fixtures, and you can judge yourself if you are to play if you are to play at the highest level. You can judge yourself through these fixtures. So it was a very, very important fixture. Dynamos Caps United, one of the fairest derbies. I wish it can reignite and become the way it was before. And when you lead as a captain, I think Zola, he understands very well. Going on to the field, you look both ends, you see it's full to the capacity, and everyone expecting a result. And it was gone, and always Vietnam is singing and something like that. It's also good motivation for the players as well as we go. Yeah.
But the sad thing is the stadium is not filled to capacity. Did it have something to do with the hike of the charges? I will tell you, $5 for Vietnam. $5, that's the cheapest ticket. $10 and $20 for the VVIP. I don't know whether it had anything to do with it, because usually for this tie, the Vietnam stand is always filled to capacity. But we'll just have to wait and find out. And let me just, now, before we cross, we will be crossing shortly to the commentary box. I just want to get now the scoreline, the predictions. Maybe you might think Zola Agadi Caps 2-0. I don't want to do Timbare 2-0. And Pamwe, Chief Otivuti Caps will win 2-0. Let's find out. Zola, scoreline.
Akuna, this goes with the heart. 3-1 to Caps United.
3-1 to
Yeah. It's going to be high scoring today. It's going to be high scoring. There's no Jalai, there's no God knows Muruira. So the defenses are going to be leaky, both of them. So it's going to be high scoring. 3-1 to Caps United.
And Chief Justice?
Okay, 2-1 for Dynamos.
2-1
for Dynamos, yeah.
Right, you heard them. 3-1 Zola, 2-1 Chief Justice. So, Gatinyato, sit back, relax, because we are preparing to take off now. We are crossing over to the commentary box and join DJ Stanley Katande and the man from the COP, that's Joseph Joe Nkani. We'll be talking to you at halftime.
Okay. Oh yes, welcome to Rufaro Stadium for this encounter, the Harare Derby. One of the biggest matches in the country, and I must say, the biggest match in the country, featuring Dynamos and Caps United. Dynamos, the home team, and Caps United, the away team today. These are teams that have fought battles over the years, since when? 1976, when Caps United qualified to play in the Premier League here in Zimbabwe. And very soon we'll be showing you proceedings downstairs where the two captains will be conducting the toss. And in the studio with me is Joseph Nkani. Joseph, let's take a look at the crowd today. Is it anything to talk about?
Oh yes, maybe we need to put it into context. Of course, in yesterday, this fixture will be a sold-out match. But of course, we understand the dynamics that are currently prevailing. We haven't been seeing large crowds in our games. But if I look at the crowd that has turned up today, I'll say it is a fair crowd. We expect to get that atmosphere, the noise, the shouts, the singing, and of course, we hope the goals will come through to make sure the people that have come today will watch a game that they will enjoy. Indeed,
I hope that they will watch a game that they will enjoy as the proceedings continue. You see there the pre-match rituals being conducted. That's William Manondo on your right, the Caps United captain, and he's also the player of the month. He's been banging goals in like they're going out of fashion, William Manondo. And very soon you'll be seeing him come up for the presentation. But in the background, of course, you can see Dynamos in blue warming up and Caps United doing their own thing. And finally, William Manondo being presented with the prize of Player of the Month, a cool $750. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for a month shift. I think he deserves the award, and that recognition surely is going to prop him up, and hopefully that is going to not to play in his mind, but to actually be inspired to even do more and be consistent in this fixture.
I expect that to happen from William Manondo. He's not a novice. He has been around for a long time. He has played for Harare City, now settled at Caps United, where he's banging in the goals. And of course, was it last season that he won the top goal scorer of the year award? And he's still in contention, and surely he'll be giving Zimbabwe defenders lots of anxious moments. But remember, they are playing, Caps United are playing without God knows Murguira. And Dynamos, on the other hand, are playing without Emmanuel Jalai. They have been given last-minute calls for the national team. But unfortunately, the other teams played with their full strength. Teams like Yada and others, their players were able to participate in the weekend matches. But these two could not today, Joseph.
Oh yes, Stanley. I think one will sympathize with the two coaches today, that they've been deprived of two of their star players, valuable players, who were going to have an influence on the outcomes out of this game. And of course, the crowd has also been denied to watch that talent in this fixture today. This is a top fixture. This is a fixture where you want to watch the best in the land, the best the two teams can present on the day.
Certainly the best two teams that can do better for the day. That's the Dynamos lineup. Martin Mapisa still in goal. Frank Makarati, Donald Chinyai, Kevin Moyo, Shadrack Nyawa, Donald Mudadi is quite a danger man. Issa Sadiki, Tanaka Shandirwa plays quite well in the middle of the park. Valentine Kadonzo, Emmanuel Ziocha, and Freddie Alik. And Caps United, well, the lineup came earlier. And this is the Dynamos, of course, team posing for the pictures. And the blue side of the stadium, the Vietnam end, is in full voice already, expecting a good result here. Well, Dynamos can be forgiven. The Dynamos fans can be forgiven to think that this is possible, that they can win this one, because in recent times they've been getting the better of Caps United.
Oh yes, the trend will show that, Stanley. But when you look at it from another angle, you'll see that Caps United have in their ranks the current leading top goal scorer in William Manondo. And the trend will show you that Dynamos have been struggling to get the goals, but they have the meanest defense. Whereas on the other hand, Caps have been banging, but then equally so leaking at the back.
Yes, here they are once again, nearly giving away possession, United, but Dynamos come up. Good block from the far side. It's Caps United playing in green and white. Play that ball into touch. You can see from the few seconds we've played that the two teams are bitterly determined to get a result. We've had results in recent times in this encounter, and only on a few occasions, I think twice in 10 matches, that they have played out a draw. Mapisa clearing under pressure. This one drops into the center. Manondo will leave it on the near side here, and is taken away easily by Dynamos. Shandirwa to the far side. Kadonzo is a tricky customer. Checks in field, the crowd going wild.
The crowd were
Yes.
enjoying seeing the far side assistant referee falling to the ground as he tried to follow the action. Well, these are some of the things that fans come through to enjoy. Of course, it's not for the game, but I think for the fans.
Yes, for the fans. I don't know what's wrong with that far end of the field. I remember when we were covering another match here, Caps United had a young player called Wilbert Manduopera. We called him Chai Chai. He did exactly the same thing on that far side, and the referee lost his flag, and he had to retrieve it because of the skill that were being displayed on the day. Manondo here is fouled, and referee quite rightly blowing this whistle. Shadrach Nyawa coming in a bit too hard on William Manondo. The Caps United dangerman as the set piece is about to be taken. Let's see how they will play this one out. It's a long way away from the Dynamo's goal line. This one played deep to the far side, picked up by Kadamanja. The tussle for possession is won by Caps United. Kadamanja looks backwards and plays it to his goalkeeper, who should clear now. Kadamanja once again. United trying to play from the back, and so far they've been doing a good job of it. Another good crossfield pass with Kadamanja to Manondo. Manondo along the ground, plays it through, but I think he went too far ahead of everybody, and that will be a free kick offside. Now Mapisa slows it down and plays it to his defender. Plays it through. Good turn, and that was Sadiki. Heck down. Another tricky customer from the Dimbara end. For Caps United, I know there's Bamusi and William Manondo. Moyo, Kevin. Chested down on the near side here. And it's bundled over for a throw-in. Referee says play on. And the Dynamo's player rolls back on the field of play. I hope it's nothing serious. That's Emmanuel Ziocha. And the referee quite sportingly brings him to his feet.
Yeah, the
So that
referee
he
deemed
can
that
play.
challenge to be a fair challenge. Of course, he lost his footing and found himself on the ground. Yeah, but of course, there was nothing malicious out of that tackle. It was a fair challenge, and then he lost his footing.
Yes, Kadamanja again nearly losing possession here. Ball played through. That was a good block. Yeah, United now are coming through, and that should be a foul. And he kicks the ball away. He's lucky that he's playing in the local premiership elsewhere. That would have been a yellow card.
Yeah, that would have been the first yellow card of the day, because he kicked the ball away after the referee had blown his whistle for a free kick to Caps United. That was risky on his part. He survived that one.
Certainly does. Here they come now once again, and this one rolls out of play for a goal kick. Being chased by Donald Zinyai, the big man at the back. As Martin Mapisa prepares to dispatch this one. Played most of his football as a youth in Spain. Young Martin Mapisa. And talking of youth football, earlier on we watched the Dynamo's team playing here, and they played a very good match with, well, the point there is Sekiwa's son, Ronaldinho, was part of the proceedings as the ball is cleared. His name is Ronaldinho. He was part of proceedings. Dynamo's enjoying quite some useful possession, and this one rolls out of play on the far side. Throw into Caps United in front of a sizable crowd. I would put it at about 15,000 plus or minus, Joe.
Oh, yes, I agree with you, Stanley. Yeah, 15,000 people is a fair assessment of the crowd that turned out today. And of course, which is a decent crowd when you look at the pedigree of the two teams, which is a Harare derby. This is a game where players come from the same neighborhood and they walk the same streets. They want to be one better up.
Here come Dynamos now with a good cross. Nobody home. And that one finally played into out of play by Caps United, conceding a corner kick rather. Our dangerous moments. Ashley Reyners a former Dynamos goalkeeper, couldn't deal with that back pass. And in the end,
Those were
considered.
anxious moments on the part of Caps United. They failed to deal with the pressure. I think they panicked and then they made up a series of mistakes, leading to Dynamos gaining a first corner for the afternoon.
First corner kick of the afternoon. Here it comes now into the box and cleared away. Shandirwa taking a bit of time. Plays it to the far side. Can we get a left foot cross in? Here it comes. Dangerously headed over bar for another corner.
Yeah, that was a miscalculated attempt to clear the ball by a Caps United defender,
Yes.
which nearly nestled into the top net of Martin Mapisa. Yeah, I mean of Ashley Rayner's goal for Caps United.
Dynamo still in possession, in a good-looking position. The cross, will it come? He takes a crooked goal, and Ashley Reyners collects well. The Dynamo's contingent in the Vietnam end very, very happy with what they are seeing. As Caps United now are bulldozing forward. Ball chipped through. It's taken away. And a high boot gives away a free kick. I know the crowd doesn't agree, but then the Caps United player is down. Hopefully he's not injured seriously.
Yeah, well, from what I saw, I thought it was a fair challenge. Yes, the boot could have been high, but I'm not too sure if the contact warranted the kind of reaction that we then felt. That's why the Dynamos fans feel aggrieved in this incident.
Let's take a second look at it. And well, if the player concerned thought that he challenged fair and square, but of course the ref doesn't agree with him. That's of course the Dynamo's jersey number 3, Freddie Alec. Free kick to United, Caps United. In a very, very good position here. Can he bring in a right foot killer to bother Martin Mapisa and the Dynamo's defense? Let's wait and see. The referee says, let's go. Here it comes now for United, high into the area, headed back, but cleared away by Jinyai. Finally out of the penalty box, but still commotion, and finally put it away by Dynamos. And Kadonzo plays it through. He's all by himself. Here's Shandirwa. Checks and field, brings in a cross. Here, Sadiki over the bar. Oh, that was a timely deflection there.
A timely intervention by Caps United. Otherwise, it was going to trouble keeper Ashley Reyners and goal for Caps United. But what we have seen here now is a swift counter-attack on the part of Dynamos, who dealt with the free kick that was awarded on the far right, on the far side of the pitch. And then Dynamos had a swift counter-attack, which resulted in a corner to Caps United. But of course, what that means is when the ball was run on the left channel, he didn't have too many blue shirts in the box. That's why he delayed the cross.
Left footer there by Dynamos, sails away. That was Shandirwa. And this will be a goal kick. But Dynamos are looking quite dangerous when going forward. One-touch passes and running into space. You can see that Mablanyo, they call him Lloyd Chigoe. He's doing a fairly good job, isn't he?
Doing a fairly good job, Charlie. Stanley, I agree with you. If you look at the way Dynamos are threatening Caps United in the early minutes of this game, it shows that they are decisive. I think all they need to do now is to make sure they up the efficiency. They have the ball. They are trapped in Caps United.
He is caught offside. Ah, yes.
The referee had allowed play advantage. He had allowed play to carry on, and of course the far side assistant referee had called for an offside, and now the referee had to rewind play and award Dynamos a legitimate free kick for that matter.
A good refereeing from the man in the center there. That's of course Mr. Zimondi.
Lawrence Zimondi.
Yeah, Lawrence Zimondi. Good ball played to Sadiki. Controls it well. Can't get past his marker. Another long effort, but this one is aimless as it goes behind for a goal kick to Caps United. They can now breathe A collective sigh of relief because Dynamos have been piling on the pressure and looking extremely dangerous. And Caps United haven't really threatened. And Manondo is kept under tight reps. I'm sure there are special instructions to make sure that he doesn't get the ball. And Jinyai clears the danger. Throw-in will come for Timbare. If you're joining us for the first time, it's 0-0, and that is Lloyd Chitembwe backing instructions from the near side here. Understandably not happy with the way things are going so far. And he was also very livid at learning that one of his star players, God knows Murwila, won't be part of proceedings. There was some lack of communication between Caps United and the national team. And the same thing happened to Dynamos. They would have played Emmanuel Jalai, but he's not here. He's in camp with the Zimbabwe Warriors.
Yeah, well, that put a damper on this fixture, Stanley. You know, you wanted to see those two players showing us what stuff they are made of, because, of course, they've been called back into camp because Zimbabwe Warriors are playing against Namibia in a few days to come.
Here comes now United, but again taken away by Kadonzo for Dimbare. That pass is too far ahead of the Dynamo striker, and it goes straight back to the United defense. Here they are guiding it backwards to the goalkeeper. That was Manokoro Eric, and finally played forward now. Good running from the two players, checked in play, but the Dynamo's defender wins it. Plays it well. A moment of inattention there by Sadiki allows the ball to trickle into touch for a quickly taken throw in by Caps United. Here comes now Chakusha. Plays it backwards as they try to find a way past the Dimbare outfit. Oh, it's taken away once again by United. Can they get across inside the box? The pass comes in, it's a good one. And the cross comes in. It's headed away by the Dynamo's defense. And finally, Dynamos with Valentine Kadonzo. He doesn't have the pace. And it rolls into touch.
I think Caps United are leaving themselves open and vulnerable at the back. The way they are pushing forward, of course, they are looking for the goal, but I think they are leaving themselves a bit exposed at the back here. And Dynamo so far are seemingly dangerous on the counter.
Yes, Dynamo's depending on counter-attacks, and they're looking dangerous, but Caps United as well, looking very methodical in their build-ups, especially on the far side, the left-hand side, where they are getting into the box, and on that occasion Dynamos had to clear the danger under a lot of pressure. Dimbare, their captain Makarati, picked up by Jinyai. Back to the captain. Sliding tackle, that looks dangerous, and it's a free kick. But the concerned Dynamo's player arguing his case to say I won the ball, but I think there's a bit of excessive use of force by Shadrack Ngwenya. Nyawa.
Shadrack Nyawa was too excessive in the way he threw himself into that tackle. I think it was excessive, under the circumstances. But of course, the referee was spot on to call in and come in and stop that action and award a free kick to Caps United.
Yes, indeed. Lawrence Zimondi is still on top of the situation here as we wait for this free kick to be taken by Caps United. Gadamanja, but cleared away. Once again, Jinyai looking difficult and unbeatable in the air. Another blockade once more. Here they come, Dimbare. And this one guided backwards for a throw in. Makarati, Jinyai. United setting up as Dynamos prepare And this one is guided backwards. This one comes in with Manondo getting interested, but played away by the Dynamo's defense. And another foul there by Caps United. It was a fair attempt to win the ball, but I think he mistimed it and brought down his opponent, Joe.
Yeah, it was a fair tackle, but of course it warranted a free kick. It's a right call by the referee, but we can't say it was really a crude tackle on the Dynamo's player there. It was a fair challenge, but of course it just exceeded the margins to constitute a free kick.
Yes, indeed, and the referee quite rightly awarding a free kick and no more than that as we take a second look at it. Good control. That was a crude tackle on Emmanuel Ziocha. Free kick taken, looking for Kadonzo, who is way offside. And the far side assistant ref has indicated, well, it was actually Kevin Moyo, the left back. He's got his twin brother sitting on the bench. United now in possession, guiding it back to Ashley Reyners, who was given a few scares by the Dynamo's attackers. They haven't really had a good look in at him. But of course, the defense has been bothered once or twice. Here come United, Pamuse. This one played through. Shandirwa trying to find a teammate, Kelvin Moyo. Oh, Shandirwa. This one goes straight out of play.
Yeah, I think the idea was right.
Very
only
correct.
that, yeah, they were not on the same page. The flight of that ball and the strikers, Dynamo strikers. But otherwise, the idea was good, just to catch Caps United unawares and on a break.
Yeah, the first time passes are really giving Caps United a few anxious moments. And it must be said that Dynamos are enjoying a bit of an advantage as the ball is played through. And the goalkeeper was the first to arrive. Mapisa will roll it short to his captain, Makarati, who finds Kevin Moyo. Clips it through. And, desperate clearance there. Well done there by the defensive midfielder to guide it backwards. Controlled well, Kangwa. It's guided back to Ashley Reyners. Kangwa is a veteran who has seen it all. Played in Tanzania for about, 3 years. Still going very strong indeed. Players from yesteryear. Edgeless. Shandirwa pushes this one forward. Sadiki gets interested, but then he's played back to the goalkeeper, Ashley Reyners, for Caps United. 0-0 the scoreline if you're joining us for the first time. Kadamanja plays it through. Oh, Bamos is struggling to control. And this one played back to the United defense, and a bit of a ping-pong affair. United now going through. Lovely pass picked up by Manondo. Danger here for Dimbare. Manondo past one man, takes on a second, finds support on the near side. It's Kadamanja. The cross will come inside the area. Oh, this one goes away. Goal kick.
That was a good cross from the right-hand side for Caps United. Yeah, I think the trouble Dynamos, the good cross from Kadamanja. But of course, Caps United strikers got into each other's way and effectively scuffling that chance and making the chance go begging for Caps United. But otherwise, a good cross from the right-hand side.
Yeah,
probably the best we have seen from Caps United.
Yes, indeed. And now Dynamos have come through. And Mudadi avoided contact there and allowed Reyners to make a save. And in any case, he knew, I think, that he was offside. That's why he didn't go fight for the ball.
Oh yes, yeah.
Fair play to him, I think.
Yeah. But again, you also want to play to the whistle. These days we do have the late flag coming up, so you want to continue with play and commit to play. So fine, it was justifiable to go for that ball.
Another clearance again by Caps United. Jinyai fighting for it. Dynamos win it with Shandirwa, who gives it away now. Ball through, but Jinyai is in attendance. Timbare will come up once more. Mudadi. One of the danger men. This one is given away all the way back to Ashley Reyners. Kadamanja will guide it back to his goalkeeper. United trying to play it from the back. Dynamos now also coming up with the high press. Here they come, United. Guided back to the goalkeeper. Another long pass. This one played between the lines. Guided it back. Still Bamusi to set this game on fire. He's such a bundle of energy. We haven't seen much from him, but of course we know what he can do. Let's wait and see if his magic will be realized. And that one rolls out of play on the far side for a throw in. Talking about Phineas Bamusi, he hasn't set the scene all night yet.
Not today. What I wanted to talk about, Stanley, is that if you look at the way Dynamos are marking when they don't have the ball, the way they are shutting out Caps United, they're actually forcing Caps United to play long and speculative balls, which was the case that we saw there, where Caps United then flighted the ball up front, which resulted in a throw-in for Dynamos. So I think Dynamos defensively are doing so well so far in terms of that defensive formation. They are frustrating Caps United into making long balls.
Oh, yes, indeed. They've got the discipline, I must say, Dynamos. They're keeping their shape. 4 men at the back, and, of course, the midfielders are doing their job. And let's see if they can maintain this, because they still have the upper hand, and we don't have goals here yet at Rufaro Stadium. A well-attended Rufaro Stadium by our local recent standards, because we were getting used to seeing 5,000-6,000, but today I think it's getting close to 20,000.
I agree with you, Stanley. This is a fair crowd for this fixture we are seeing today. I think people really came out to watch this game.
Here come United once again. It's Kadamanja, the right back. Past one man, takes on another, queuing up something special. And it's picked up in the middle of the park. Trying to get inside. Back to the near side as United push through. Oh, he's a slippery player. Good exchanges. Forced backwards, but he retrieves it. And finally, a cross will come. Mapisa collects. No problems there for the goalkeeper. And a long throw on the far side. Ball is played through, good control there, and is pulled down. And that will be another free kick. "24 minutes played" as we take a second look at the incident. And this is going to be an interesting free kick in a good position for Dimbare. Danger for United. It's in there and taken away by the goalkeeper, who stayed on his line and made a routine save. Ashley Reyners.
I think Caps United were lax in that scenario there. They allowed Shadrack Nyawa to get a free header in the box. I think had he directed his header onto the far post and with power, it would have troubled Caps United goalkeeper Ashley Reyners and probably given Dynamos the first goal for the afternoon.
Oh yes, indeed, Dynamos are getting so many chances, and it must be said that if they don't get the goal, they could live to regret.
They may live to regret, more so when you see the way Caps United are playing, where they're pumping those long balls up front, speculative balls which may not be addressed to any player. So the longer the game stays as it is, maybe the more confidence Caps United will build. But as this stands now, it's still 0-0. But of course, Dynamos having an upper hand in terms of controlling the game.
Yes, in terms of exchanges and controlling it, they do have, but it's not by much. Caps United are also doing quite well. Chinyai trying to find Sadiki, but well attended by Bruce Kangwa. Here come United once again with another slow build-up. Staying on the ball for a while. Picked up by Bamusi. Kangwa guides it backwards. This one comes to Kadamanja. He has got Bunjira Jr. But Dynamos will pick it up now with Nyahwa, but the ref intervenes. Looked like a handball. I would like to have a look at it again. Let's see. And, the ref has even flashed a yellow card.
Yeah, the Captain Makarati there,
Captain
I think he expressed himself to the dislike of the referee. He was adjudged to have handled the ball, and he wasn't too happy with the referee's call. But now he went on to continue remonstrating against the referee, thereby earning himself an unnecessary yellow card, more so in this kind of a fixture.
Well, that's what normally happens when you commit an offense in football and you start calling the referee names. He will have your name in the book.
Yeah, you will exchange names.
That's what that's what has happened here. Makarati, the first player to be in the referee's book, as Caps United prepare to take the set piece. This could be dangerous for Dynamos. A good position for Caps United. Manokore Eric prepares to take it. Let's see how Caps United will take this one. 0-0 the scoreline. And we've played nearly here's Manokore, a good looking one. Hit it away. Dynamos survive. Shandir was tries to take it but fails. Here comes Mudadi. Crossfield pass. Do they have the pace? And Kangwa, with all the years of experience rolled back into action, allows the ball over the line.
Experience on shore there, Bruce Kangwa shielding the Dynamos player and making sure they end themselves a goal kick. Yeah.
Confirmation of the yellow card on Frank Makarati, the Dimbara captain, for remonstrating with the referee. It's not allowed in football. Shandirwa has contact. It's out of play on the far side. Throw in to Caps United. Taken quickly by Kangwa. Chakusha controls it well. Back to Ashley Reyners. Still in their own half, very close to the Caps United penalty area. This one played through Bits Makarati and wisely headed back by Kevin Moyo to the goalkeeper Mapisa. And Zinyai turns around and plays it to his captain. The two exchange passes. Here's Makarati once more. Looks upfield to see if he can find a gap. Trying to find Sadiki. Oh, nearly found him. And that ball played into touch by Caps United, and that will be quickly taken by Dimbare. Sadiki Issa rolls it through to Mdadi. Finds Nyahwa. Nearly gives it away. Tried to be clever. He was lucky to get away with it. And I must say the Dynamos players are looking very comfortable on the ball. Here's Kadonzo. Lovely turn. Valentine. One touch too many. And blocked by Bruce Kangwa. Yeah, I must say from the defense, midfield up to the attackers, the players are looking very comfortable on the ball, as we confirm the scoreline there. 0-0. And we've played 30 minutes.
Yeah, Dynamos have been comfortable on the ball. They've been playing what actually they want, how they want to play. And of course, Caps United have tried to deal with them. But Dynamos having the better of the exchanges at the moment.
Caps United losing this one again. Makarati taking it away. Here's Nyawa. Another one. Gives it away. Caps United are coming through. But picked up by Jimbare. To the near side. Kadonzo turns one way. Tries to find support and gets it. Here's Kadonzo. Jimbare comes in with a shot. Punched away by the goalkeeper, Ashley Reyners.
Ashley Reyners did make sure that that ball was secure. But I think from where I stand here, I think it looked off target. But all the same, we can't discard that shot, that attempted goal. It was a decent shotted ball. And of course, it was punched away by Ashley Reyners for the Dynamos corner.
Yes, and the blue side of the capital, of course, looking quite happy as the shot is taken here. Reyners, he wasn't going to take chances. And the chance once again for Dynamos, but this one blocked as they come through. Now they exchange passes in the middle of the park. Kangwa. Chikona. He's looking for Kadamanja on the near side. Clips it through. Good take as United are going forward. And Manondo is brought down. And the Nyawa is apologetic. And I think that's why the referee is not continuing with further punishment.
Yeah, I think it was a fair challenge. Of course, it's a free kick, yes, but I wouldn't expect a yellow card from the referee in that incident. And of course, Shadow Nyawa is justified to plead his innocence in that case.
Referee still organizing the set piece and making sure that the Caps United player is up and about. And I can see Manondo, the danger man, is up and about.
So
And
far,
they
we've seen Caps United enjoying more entrance moments than Dynamos.
And United now have got three-man committee surrounding the dead ball situation. It must be a special one. They took quite long to discuss this. And the blue side of the capital is looking anxious, but still in full voice. The drums are beating. Jingles being played in the Vietnam end. That's the far side to us. As the kick is taken, Jinyai once again clears the danger. And it comes back to Chikosha. And all the way back to his goalkeeper. That, of course, was quite intelligent. Zambezi will pick it up. That one goes out of play. As Innocent Zambezi prepares to dispatch the throw-in. But now allows Manokore Eric, who has come all the way from the centre-back position, to take a throw. Finally taken. Zambezi. Back to Kadamanja. Manokore. Kadamanja once again finds his goalkeeper, Ashley Reyners. He came up with a spectacular save a few minutes ago. The idea was right from Ashley Reyners, but it was overcooked.
Yeah, and I think like we keep noticing, Stanley, is that it's because of the Dynamos' solidity in the midfield and in defense, which is now forcing Caps United to try and play long balls into Dynamos' box, which of course we haven't seen anything troubling Dynamos at the moment. So I think we give credit to Dynamos for their defensive formation, which is forcing Caps United to take long speculative balls, because they are failing to thread passes down the middle channel.
Yes, indeed, and Dibari once again picking up possession. Here they come. Nyawa turning away from his marker. And and he makes the most of it. Oh dear. Very unfortunate there on the Caps United captain. That's William Manondo.
Yeah.
Well, like I said earlier, the Dimbare players are looking comfortable on the ball. They are dribbling quite well,
Yes.
but they haven't got anything on the scoreboard to show for it. But Manondo on that occasion, I would sympathize with him.
Yes,
It didn't look malicious.
Yeah, it didn't look malicious. He was just confused by the artistry of the 10 that sent him one way, and while the Dynamos player was going on the other. So, well, Dynamos are comfortable with the ball. They are doing what they want, and players, I think, are actually expressing themselves. They are confident when they have the ball.
Here comes Kangwa losing possession. Dimbare will pick it up now. Sadiki. It's picked up by Dimbare once more, who are trying to get something out of this one, and it's in the box and it's out of play. Goal kick to Caps United.
When you look at that situation, Stanley, it was 2 Dynamos players against 1 Caps United defender. Caps United are living dangerously at the back. When they lose the ball, I don't think Caps United are doing so well to plug the gaps and make sure Dynamos doesn't have a sniff at goal. That's probably one thing Coach Lloyd Chitembo will have to address at halftime to make sure the team remains solid at the back and doesn't give Dynamos any hope of striking at goal.
Yes, indeed. As you can see, the interplay between Dynamos. Here it comes to Kevin. Gets past his marker, looking for Kadonzo. Did he keep the ball in play? No, he didn't. It goes out of play. Throw into United. Quickly taken. Zambezi. Another ball forward. And free kick in favor of United. Emmanuel Joseph, their center striker, has been tightly monitored there by Donald Zinyai, vastly experienced defender, just like William Manondo, who's playing more like a number 10. And on my right here I can see young Bunjira asking for the ball, but it's closely monitored. Here it comes into the center. Manondo wide to the far side. Are they going to bring in a cross? Here it comes. It's a high one. Bunjira heads it, but cleared away as Dynamos pick it up now. A lovely touch. Another ball forward. Kadonzo along this time. Oh, surely it's there. Valentine Kadonzo. And the ref is recording it.
That's what we're talking about, Stanley. To say Caps United are vulnerable at the back. They are not shutting out the pockets. That's why Dynamos exploited those pockets, and they allowed Valentine Kadonzo to run in onto goal and head on to against the goalkeeper. And of course, he slipped the ball under the advancing goalkeeper to give Dynamos the first goal and the only goal so far for the afternoon.
Oh yes, indeed, the only goal so far for the afternoon, scored by Valentine Kadonzo. And the Dimbare contingent is in celebration mood. But I think I must say that the weight of pressure told in a way, because Dimbare had good-looking, positions, and they didn't make use of them. And this time it has come right, and of course the Vietnam end is in full voice.
Like they say, try again. And Dynamos have eventually gotten their goal. They've been probing, they've been asking Caps United all the questions. And of course, we spoke about it earlier, that Caps are vulnerable at the back. And that is evidence number 1, exhibit number 1. Caps are vulnerable at the back.
Let's see if they can close their ranks now, United. Ashley Reyners gets a back pass. It's picked up by Manokore Eric. Kadamanja. Caps, of course, chasing the game. Can they do something here? It's cleared away. Picked up by Nyawa. Another good-looking chase. United could be in trouble. And the goalkeeper given the benefit of doubt.
Caps United are
Pandemonium,
panicking.
definitely.
Yes,
Pandemonium.
pandemonium standing in Caps United defense there. Confusion, miscommunication between the goalkeeper and the defender, leading to Dynamos trying to exploit that opportunity.
They are lucky that Cadonzo wasn't running on the left-hand side. It could have been a second goal for the young man. Here they come again, Caps United. Manogora Eric drifting into the center circle. And at times I must say that Caps United are taking too long to put Dynamos under pressure. Even if they're out of position, they are allowed to set.
Yes, they do, because Dynamos are plugging all the defensive focus.
Look at it.
Yes.
Manondo finally wins it. He's bundled over, play on, says referee. Emmanuel Joseph tightly monitored. And finally the ref intervenes. Jawad United a free kick just outside the center circle. 1-0 is the scoreline if you're joining us for the first time. We are here at Rufaro Stadium. Dynamos taking on Caps United in a Harare derby, which is well attended. 20,000+ spectators to create a carnival atmosphere. For a moment we had the Dynamos contingent on the Vietnam end singing their victory song, Yawe Nyama Kugocha, but I can tell you it's not over until it's all over. The Caps United outfit has got William Manondo and Emmanuel Joseph threatening time and again. Whether they will get a chance to put one past Mapisa is a thing for another day. Here's Mapisa. Nyawa has been impressive. It's picked up by Dimbare on the far side. He's got support. Turns away from his marker. Chinyai will make sure it's away out of danger. The chest here comes in. And if very close to a penalty. But of course it's outside the box.
Yeah. It's one of those contentious calls that we witness in the game of football. And of course the Dynamos attacker was good for pace. He troubled the Caps defense, and of course he was forced to be pulled back. And the referee justifiably and rightly so called for a free kick and awarded a yellow card.
Oh yes indeed, he was watching the action, including the far side assistant referee. That's a good call. And as we take a look at it, see, everything is happening outside the box. And then he bundles over.
A good call by the referee.
Very good
In terms of
call
geography,
indeed.
that incident happened outside the box.
Definitely did. Definitely did. And I don't think the Dimbare players will be complaining. Even the most diehard of supporters will admit that the offense occurred outside the box. Free kick in a very promising position for Dimbare. I mean, when you start to look back in the years gone by, when Dynamos used to have a Moses Chunga in the side, that would have been a goal.
That would have been a goal.
That would have been a goal, because we know that Bambo could hit them.
And you throw in Elvis situation.
Yes.
He was someone who could give you a goal from that situation. But
Def-
of course, we are struggling right now. Of late, we are struggling to find that kind of talent and ability in our game, where you are sure that any free kick at the edge of the box is as good as half a goal.
Indeed, I think we should allow our kids to have a lot of street football, because these players that we're talking about were never, taken through the academies. They came through street football. And I was reading a story about Lionel Messi. He actually would say he would leave home at 8 o'clock and in the morning and come back at 6 o'clock with nothing to eat and playing football for all that time.
With the boys.
With the
and
boys.
Street football.
So that's how he learned the hard way. And of course, when we talk about Messi, we're talking about all that is all to do with football. 2 minutes of stoppage time, Joseph, and Dynamos here about to take a free kick.
Dynamos about to take a free kick, and I think Dynamos are not in any hurry to take that free kick. They are in a comfortable spot where they are leading 1-0 going into half-time, hoping that they won't concede a goal in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Yes, let's see if United can defend this one. But their marking is leaving a lot to be desired. There is Makarati unmarked. They could play a short one to him. Shandirwa being marked by Young Bunjira. Here comes the kick, and blocked by a Caps United player. This one out of play. for a corner kick. And the Caps United fans are not happy with the referee. I think it took too long to make the decision. And they are not happy about it.
Yeah, but it was a genuine corner kick because we had young boys coming and recovering and taking a defensive position in that situation. And of course, it's a good call to award a corner kick to Dynamos.
Here comes a corner. Goes all the way to the far side. Good turn by Sadiki. Entertaining the crowd. He brings in a cross. It's overcooked. And it's out of play. And in any case, it would not have counted because the far side assistant referee had his flag up for offside. Manokore once again restarting the formula. 1-0, Caps United are down. Yes, Jinyai clearing the danger. Nicely picked up there. The first time pass on the far side, forcing Kangwa to run once again, and he does well to clear the danger. Throw into Dynamos, and the Caps United fans not happy. But surely, look, Dibare have got the talent. No doubt about it. Showboating. He's listening to the crowd. Zambezi to the near side here. A chance for Kadamanja. Plays it to Bunjira Jr., who cuts inside. Bunjira Jr. brought down. Free kick to Caps United. The Dynamos high press is serving them well. They're committing their offenses outside the box. Part of the crowd here in the VVIP, as Lawrence Zimondi makes sure that the ball is in the correct position, and everybody must play to the whistle. Mapisa, on the other hand, positioning his wall to make sure that everything is okay. Can United snatch an equalizer? It's 1-0. Dynamos in the lead. Valentine Cadonzo getting the all-important goal. Here it comes now. It's a good-looking one, but cleared away by Bakarati. Ball is taken away now. Timbari in possession, and Caps United were the first to the ball, and it's guided back to the goalkeeper Ashley Reyners. Good defensive work there as the referee blows to end the first 45 minutes of this encounter. Surely Dynamos will be a satisfied team at half-time, but Caps United, I'm sure there will be a lot of talking to do with the defense. They need to improve on that, Joseph.
Yes, agreed, Stanley. I think kudos to Dynamos for their defensive formation when they don't have the ball. They've been so disciplined, they've been plugging all the holes and making life difficult for Caps United to penetrate through. That's why we saw more of Caps United balls into the attack being speculative long balls, which of course did not trouble Dynamos. And then on the part of Caps United, we saw a Caps United defense that was not as tight, that allowed Dynamos attackers to get some breathing space, thereby troubling them. But of course, we saw in one of those incidents, Dynamos getting their solitary goal so far in the first half.
Oh yes, indeed, Timbare getting their goal in the first half through Valentine Cadonzo, who could have made it two with a bit of positional discipline, but twice he was caught offside by the far side assistant referee and denied the opportunity of taking a goal, crack at goal for Ashley Reyners. And of course the Dynamos players, as we take a look at the first half action once again. Yes, Cadonzo picking up possession. The goalkeeper draws out, and he did quite well, playing it between the legs into the back of the net.
Yeah, of course, keeper Ashley Reyners tried to widen himself and make himself bigger and shut the goal out. But of course, Valentine Cadonzo was clinical in his finish, tucking the ball in between the goalkeeper's legs and giving Dynamos the first goal of the afternoon.
Yes, indeed, 1-0, Dynamos in the lead, and very soon we will be going down to the touchline where our colleague Charles Shannon Mabika will be talking to, in the studio, will be conducting his studio with Alois Bunjira and Justice Majavi, two of Zimbabwe international players from the past. Justice Majavi was such an authority in the middle of the park for Dimbare, and Alois Bunjira was a tormentor in chief for Caps United. I mean, who will forget the 1996 performance when Caps United won the league?
Well, we are talking of two great stars who have graced our game and who have shown their talent. Of course, we could see those mesmerizing runs and dribbles from Alois Bunjira back in the day, and of course today we are seeing his son, who has shown also some brilliant hints of what he can do for us. But of course, Justin Majavi doing justice in the middle of the park.
Oh yes, doing justice in the middle of the park. And of course, these fans would love to hear what we're talking about, because the Dynamos fans know their team is leading. Kadonzo, the goal scorer, the Vietnam end, of course, with a very sizable crowd. And I must say that Cape United fans have also come in large numbers. If you look away to our left, and they...
Halftime here at Rufaro Stadium, and the Blue Army this time smiling. They haven't reached the bank yet, but so far smiling, because it reads Dynamos 1, Caps United 0. Valentine Kadonjo with the goal in the 45th minute. Now I gotta feel something. Just give me a time. I gotta feel somebody's heart, whether the blood is still pumping all right.
It's calm. It's calm. No, it's calm.
He says it's calm. He says it's calm. It is calm. Right. What do you think, Zola? I'm going to start with you. Slack marking to let Valentine Kadonzo with all that space to beat Ashley Reyners. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was slack marking on the part of the defense, but if you look closely, it started with Bamusi hitting a wayward cross from across of the other side. Then it was the cross. Then once that ball was cut off, we were not in possession. That's when Nyawa got the ball, and straight away he played the through pass. If Bamusi had perfected that cross, we could be talking about attacking. That's why all the time when you attack, make sure you finish with a goal kick or a corner kick. You cannot have a counter attack from that position. So we got hit by a counter. It was Caps United who were attacking, then a bad cross, cut off, and 2 touches. It was 2 touches from the defender who noted it back into Nyawa's path. Nyawa 1 touch to Kadonzo, and they scored. So for me, I think it was a combination of slack marking and also failing to complete a move up front as well.
That's right. You remember the last time this year in the first encounter here at Rufaro Stadium, the first half belonging to Dynamos, they took a 1-0 lead to halftime. Now, is it going to be the same script? Will Caps United rise from their slumber and get the equalizer? But so far, let's find out. I don't have to feel his heart. It's when Chira said, Chris Ross said, this is calm. Maybe I should feel his heart. Well, it is calm as well. It is calm as well. And your thoughts, because I saw you. He jumped up. Chief Justice Majamba. Pagoa Borairo, I'll tell you that. Your thoughts on that goal?
I think it's a good transition. Like, we capitalized on a mistake. Like Zola noted that they were in an attack. They should have finished it with an attack, and maybe they get a corner. But we got the position, which is good marking, and we utilized the spaces. 1 touch, Nyawa, a through ball, and a good goal from Kadonzo. It was good placing. And what I feel about this, the first half, it's about moments. There are times where Dynamos is dominating, especially in the midfield, and also Caps United building up at the back, very well. But the spaces are too big, for them. Dynamos are utilizing. They've got about 3 up front going forward. They've also got Emmanuel Chuocha, who's doing well, good pace, doing so well, stretching the defense. Coming up to the game plan for Mablanyo, I think so.
Well, the Don, that's Donald Mudadi for Dynamos. The Dynamos number 6 seems to be having an edge in midfield. Well, Caps United are missing the young man they call Momo. That's Kingsley Mureremba. And Zola, do you think his absence has made a change in your midfield?
Yeah, definitely. I think Caps United miss him. If you see, Caps United are controlling the game. They're building up very well. The defense is good, but there is no midfielder who is fetching the ball and carrying. We don't have that final pace. We're not getting out of our defensive zone. They're knocking the ball all right. They're starting well. But also Rodikinyengetere, when he gets the ball, he's also playing backwards again. We don't have that midfielder that turns around and go forward with the ball. That's what Kingsley Mureremba does for Caps United. So Caps United is lacking that thrust forward, and also they're lacking that final pass that gets out of the defense into the wings or outside. You can see the defense as well. When they get out, instead of knocking the ball into the feet of the wingers, they are turning around and passing it back again. But sometimes it's better to risk it, give it to the winger, let the winger get knocked off, so that you can get a free kick. If he doesn't get knocked off, he gets forward. But we are scared of knocking the balls to our wingers. Even where Junior is being stuffed off the ball. Bamusi outside. Bamusi is only getting the balls when he gets inside. He's not getting the balls when he is wide out. But we actually need the wingers wide out. But they are not getting the balls when they are out. But when he gets inside, even Junior as well, most of the balls he got them when he is getting inside. But we want to stretch them. So our defense and our midfield, they are not knocking those balls to the players. That's the only way we can stretch the defense so that we can penetrate. So we are lacking in that. I think maybe probably lack of confidence, I don't know. God knows Muwira is very good with that. So we're also missing him because he plays those passes direct from the defense straight to the wingers, but we are not getting those. We're not getting those. So our wingers are our weapons all the time. When we play, Caps United is playing, the wingers are the weapons, but the wingers are being stuffed on the ball today. So that's kind of like a problem for Caps United today. But comfortably, we're playing it outside, but we don't have that thrust forward.
In case you're wondering why Kingsley Mureremba is not in the Caps United lineup, their playmaker, he has accumulated 3 yellow cards, and you know that. 3 yellow cards and you miss a game. That's why he's not playing. So many statistics to talk about. We would need maybe 2 years live on air, maybe the whole day, to talk about the magnificent statistics that have been here and outside here since 1977. Like, I can tell you a quick one. The heaviest scoreline that Dynamo suffered at the hands of Caps was back in 1987 in the Africa Day Trophy semi-final. Caps United won by 7-0. And the heaviest scoreline that Caps United have suffered under Dynamos was here in 1984 in the Chibuku Trophy quarter-final. Dynamos won by 6-2. A Dynamo side that was carried by Moses Mambo Chunga. Right, second half. Let's look ahead at the second half. Chief Justice, if you were Lloyd Mablanyo Chigowe, what would you be telling your guys to do when they come out for the second half?
Second half, we first look at the first round of the matches. If you remember, first half Dynamos dominated and they were also leading 1-0. Coming into the second half, Caps United came with a changed game plan, and they started playing very well, dominating in almost every department. So we should be cautious. If I was Mablanya, I would tell them to be cautious, guard against the goal, and we have to thrive and get another goal if possible. Let's get this goal in the first 10 minutes, just after halftime, so that we control the game. We don't know what Caps United is going to bring. Of course, they're going to bring more of attack, and they will try by all means to utilize the width, which was lacking in the first half. But as we go into the second half as well, we should also limit tackles, especially in our third. Have you seen we are carrying 2 yellow cards in the first half, so it's difficult if you start getting those committing those free kicks, and in the second half the game becomes more tense as Caps United will be looking for an equalizer. So we just need to be balanced, calm, and get the ball, play as we did in the first half. Yeah.
Or I didn't tell you who engineered the Caps United 7-0 hiding of Dynamos back in 1987. Well, you should guess. It was the one and only Joel Jubilee Shambo. And Crisscross. Now, I'm talking about the sharp shooters in front. Okay, you're talking about the wingers, Junior Bunjira, your little boy, not getting enough service, and the other side, Bamusi, not getting enough service. But if we talk of sharp shooters, who can you trust to bang those balls in? Like what you used to do.
I still think anyone can still come in and score. To be honest, it didn't look like Caps United were in danger of conceding. It looked like they were in control, they were comfortable, they were knocking the ball around well. I go back to that same situation. If they want to equalize, if they want to win, they need to find somebody who can turn around, get the ball from the defense and turn around and go through the midfield and feed the wingers. Or else, those very guys that are playing wide, right back, left back, they need to have the confidence to knock the ball into the feet of the wingers, because the wingers are quick. You know, so it's 1-1. Give him the ball. What defenders do is when you get it to feet, it's either you foul the winger or you let him control. Once you let him control, he has got a leeway to go forward. So you've got a very big chance of either getting a free kick or you're going forward. So I don't know why they're not. You know, when you were a winger, I'm on the line. Give me the ball, even if defender is 1 meter away from me. Put it in his feet. Don't worry about it. Because if the defender comes to clatter him, he gets a free kick. So this is what Caps United needs to do. They need to get somebody to get the ball out quickly and feed the strikers to the ball.
Alois Bunjira aruda kutopinda mu ground imomo unza kutora kwa aruda kutopinda. But these guys, remember, Chief Justice Majavi 2-1 for Dynamos. Alois Bunjira 3-1 for Caps. Still on track, he said. 3-1. Let's see what the second half brings. We are crossing back to our commentary box to DJ Stan Katsande and Joseph Joe Nkani. We'll be talking to you at the end of the 90.
Welcome back to the second half. It's Dynamos versus Caps United. Now Dimbare playing from left to right. That is, they're defending the City end and attacking the Mbare end, with Caps United, the team in green and white, playing from right to left. They're attacking the City end. The scoreline at halftime, of course, was Dynamos 1, Caps United 0, and that goal coming from Valentine Kadonzo, who ran past his defender and slid the ball underneath the goalkeeper, Ashley Reyners, who otherwise, apart from that goal, he had done a fantastic job to keep Caps United in the game here, especially, you know, the shot that was taken from the right-hand side, aimed for the far post, and he managed to turn it around for a corner kick, as the referees here are completing their pre-match rituals, making sure that the nets are still intact. And of course, the man in the center making sure everything is in order before blowing his whistle. Lawrence Simondi had a very good first 45 minutes, and I hope that he can keep it. And in the center for Caps United, Emmanuel Joseph and William Manondo, with Bamusi very, very close to your picture. Second half is underway. 45 minutes to go here in order to get a complete result. This one played into touch almost immediately. Kangwa back to Manokore is United with Kadamanja. Ball played through. Caps United playing without Gotnos Murwira. A situation that riled their coach, Lloyd Chitembwe, because he says he wasn't even aware that Gotnos Murwira is not coming. It's a situation that doesn't paint a very good picture administratively for us as Zimbabwe. United still pushing the ball among the defenders. Another clearance by Alec. Jinyai tussling for possession. Dimbare take it away. Alec. Back to Jinyai. Makarati. So far, the only Dynamos player to be shown the yellow card. And the ref has blown, so the free kick comes in. Now Dimbare look like they'll be playing it backwards. Yes, they do. As we take a look at the situation once again, in this one finally played through. United being put under pressure by Kadonzo, wearing jersey number 93 for Dimbare. Kadamanja. Square to Manokore. Manokore once again. Chinyengetere has been very quiet in the first 45 minutes. A veteran who has seen it all, a number of veterans in the Caps United outfit. Bamusi, Chinyengetere and Kangwa. Don't leave out Manondo. Zambezi now guides it back. Joseph Emmanuel, tightly monitored. Alec fights for the ball but loses it. Makarati clears the danger. Here's Kadamanja. Manondo. Bunjira Jr. Cross will come. It's a good looking one, but taken away by Mapisa, the Dynamos goalminder. Now Mapisa throws it to the far side as Dimbare keep possession. Once again, Kadonzo fighting for possession, but this one is taken away from him. Good looking situation, but Caps United tend to lose possession unnecessarily. Yes, Sadiki goes backwards. And finally, guided all the way back by Chakusha. Yes, now
Dynamos are continuing with their compact defensive play. Their midfield is not allowing Caps United to play any meaningful balls forward. And so far, Dynamos are continuing from doing so well what they did in the first half. And Caps still can't unlock that Dynamos defensive shape.
Certainly, they're finding it difficult to unlock the Dynamos defensive shape. It's picked up in the middle of the park. It's dangerous here. Lovely ball played through. And a chance for Dimbare once again. The goalkeeper does well to save. Wow! That was a brilliant ball. And the goalkeeper, Ashley Reyners, did so well to keep that one out.
Yeah, it's a good save from Ashley Reyners there, where Dynamos were actually good on their second goal, looking good and promising. And of course, kudos to Ashley Reyners, Caps United goalkeeper, for plugging that one out and making sure Dynamos are held back to a 1-0 lead at the moment.
Yes, the scoreline is still 1-0 in favor of Dimbare. Here comes a cross, headed away by Kadamanja into the center, picked up by United. They're looking for Bamusi. Turns one way, then the other. Bamusi, on his day, is a bundle of energy. Lays it to the near side, and the sliding tackle plays the ball into touch. I'm sure the ref is going to give a free kick to Caps United. And Loichi Tembwe pacing up and down and ready to make a substitution. Double substitution by Caps United. Jaden Bakari. And Emmanuel Joseph calls it a day. Free kick will come and the Kangwa stands on it. Mapisa making sure the wall is correctly positioned. Ball played through. Here's Chakusha queuing up a shot. Oh, this one would have ripped the nets open. That was a well-taken effort, full-blooded, but the deflection has given away a corner. Mapisa livid with his defenders, for not closing down the Caps United defender.
Yeah, I think that was a fair attempted goal and was justified to go for goal from that range. He had all the acres of space to try and take a shot at goal, but of course the deflection and Caps United a corner in the process.
Corner kick to Caps United, and the ref sorting out some ajibaji in the box. And I can see Jinyai. Yeah, there's a lot going on between the players as the kick comes in, headed one over the bar. Oh, that was a very, very good effort and very close for Caps United. That could have been the equalizer. So the methodical build-ups for Caps United slowly beginning to bear fruit, Joseph.
Yes, I'm sure Coach Lloyd Chitembwe spoke to his boys to be cool, to be calm, to be collected. There was nothing unusual about Dynamos. Maybe not, let's not give them so much respect. Let's give them as much as we can take. And of course, we see somehow a rejuvenated Caps United in the second half. Martin Mapisa earning himself a yellow card for delaying play. And of course, the referee is not impressed.
Martin Mapisa creating problems for himself there. The referee not happy with it. Still taking his time. The Dynamos goalminder finally now backs away to take the free kick, following that ball going over the bar. It's a good one over the halfway line, but easily taken by Dimbare. Sadiki keeping the ball there, and finally out of play. Zambezi couldn't keep it in play, and United of course have made their substitutions. Dimbare haven't. Here's Alec taking the throw forward, goes away. United now. Another free kick to Caps United. Very close to the center line. Ball played through to Zambezi, who finds Kadamanja on the far side. Kadamanja will guide it back. Jakusha to Kangwa. Kangwa now for the substitute, Jaden Bakare. But again, he's picked up by Dimbare. Caps United suddenly bringing the fight back to Dimbare. Mapisa with full authority in the air. He plays it through, trying to find Kadonzo, but that was too hard as it sails away and picked up by United, who restart the formula. Caps United rejuvenated in the second half here at Rufaro Stadium. 1-0, Dynamo still lead. As Caps United are busy looking for the equalizer. This one taken by goalkeeper Mapisa. He's telling everyone to keep it cool, don't rush. Confirmation of that yellow card on the Dynamo's goalminder. And Jaden Bakare goes down under challenge from Alec. Kangwa plays it wide. Here is Punjira Jr. Goes in field, past one man, tries a second but couldn't do it. Taken away by Nyawa. Kangwa wins it for Caps United. Jaden Bakare. Chance in field, tightly monitored. And Dimbare tried to clear the danger, but the ball had already gone out of play. Here's Zambezi now. Manondo in the middle of the park. Lays it through. Chance for United. Good cross comes in. Manondo. Good efforts.
Taking those passes down the park, and I'm sure this is the result of a conversation that they had in the changing room. And the Caps United are now changed their play. They are no longer pumping those long balls up front. They seem to be methodical in their build-up, and so far they've troubled Dynamos more than Dynamos has troubled Caps United from the other end.
Here's the chance that they created. The cross looked good, and Manondo came up with a bicycle kick. It was off target, but nonetheless, it would have been a spectacular goal had it gone in. Mapisa with a long ball forward. This one drops in the center. Dynamo's midfield probably too content with what they did in the first 45. Alec clears the danger. And cleared away by Chakosha. For Caps United, Kangwa forward. Alec going for this one. Turns away from his marker. And the throw into Caps United quickly taken. On the green side of the capital, looking happy. That's an overcooked cross. It rolls into touch. Throw into Dimbare. Of course, Joe Lupasha, the former Highlanders midfielder and the Zimbabwe international, now part and parcel of the Dynamo's coaching setup. Caps United fighting for every loose ball here. And they are getting something out of it. And Nyawa will allow this one out of play for a goal kick. Lloyd Chitembwe pacing up and down his technical area like a caged tiger. He must have said a lot of stuff at halftime that has injected some urgency into his team here. The scoreboard, of course, still raised. Dynamos 1, Caps United 0. Kadonzo's goal still stands. Kadonzo heads this one, but picked up by Kadamanja. All the way back to Ashley Reyners. Reyners to Manokore. It's played short to Zambezi. Chakosha takes it through. Once again here, Timbare. Daddy. Sadiki tries to get Pati's marker. And is given a dubious free kick by the referee. He actually threw himself in front of the Caps United player.
He threw himself into the Caps United player, and he actually, the noise that we are getting from the crowd is Dynamos players. And we see the Dynamos think tank there having their caucus meeting to see what they can do to contain Caps United, who are seemingly threatening at the moment.
Yes, United threatening at the moment. This is how it all came about. Sadiki, instead of playing a pass, chose to dribble.
He had two teammates, two blue shirts to his left on the inside, that they would have been head onto the Caps United box, but he decided to play to the gallery and delayed play. Of course, he got himself a free kick in the process, but for me, that was the wrong option. He would have released that ball early enough, and that would have been trouble for Caps United.
And he was very lucky to get that free kick. Surely this will be a talking point if Dynamos managed to score from this one, because Caps United will still complain that it should not have been a free kick. It's a good-looking position for Timbare, and let's see how Alec will take it. He plays it through, cleared away by Caps United, and finally taken up on the far side. It comes to Shandirwa. Back to the far side. And Caps United thought for a moment they'd won it, but taken away all the way now to Shandirwa, who guides it backwards. It's a good looking ball forward and all the way to the goalkeeper, who allows it over the byline for a goal kick to Caps United, and they take it quickly. It's understandably so, because they are down by 1-0. Dynamo's goal from Kadonzo Valentine is still intact. Manondo back to Zambezi. Kangwa. Zambezi once more finds his goalkeeper. Caps United taking a bit of time in approaching the Dynamo's penalty box. Sure, they've been told to be patient. They're doing so, and it's showing. Caps United still in possession. Dynamos clear. And headed out of play by Caps United, Zambezi. Throw into Dynamos, quickly taken. Dembare knocking the ball around with a bit of purpose, and in the end, Sadiki brings it down intelligently. But this is Kangwa. He's been in there around the block quite a few times. He knows exactly what to do. And in the end, it's a free kick to Dembare to be taken there. Bruce Kangwa showing strength and ability, knowing exactly how to subdue an opponent.
He's been in the trenches for some time now, and of course his experience is telling. If you look at the way he's been dealing with Dynamos threats, and of course when they get the ball, he's also showing signs of composure, signs of maturity when they're going on the front foot as Caps United. So Bruce Kangwa there showing us that he's been in the game for some time.
As we take a look at this incident once again, that resulted in the free kick. That's Shandirwa going down under the double challenge of Caps United players. This one is picked up by Caps United. They clear the ball forward, picked up by Jaden Bakare. Turns away from his marker intelligently, brings in a good looking ball but cleared away. Not quite. Mapisa chesting it down before playing the ball forward, much to the delight of the Dynamos contingent on the Vietnam stand. Martin Mapisa still taking his time. Plays it well, finds a teammate. Here is United with Bruce Kangwa. Opts for the goalkeeper, Reyners, who plays it short to Chakusha on the far side. Here he is, brings it into the center. Still United in possession with their patient build-ups. Zambezi now to the far side. Still going forward now. Bunjira calling for it. And
of communication. Misunderstood each other. They thought the teammate had the ball, and yet it was the other way around. So miscommunication there between Bunjira and leading to that ball going out for a corner, for a throw in to the Dynamos.
And of course,
what we're seeing now is Caps United are now exchanging passes. They are now more confident, more composed, and they are looking good. That they can have a sniff at goal if they continue doing what they're doing now, not to give away ball unnecessarily.
Oh yes, indeed, Caps United beginning to settle down well on the ball. But Dynamos, if they can keep the momentum, too much dribbling, easily taken away. And the ball played through Mapisa, making sure that it's safe. Bunjira, if he can play the ball from there, but it took too long anyway. Still danger as they come through. And this one rolls into touch. Poor decision making, and Dynamos about to make a substitution. Magwaza is set to come on, and out comes Sadiki. Issa Sadiki comes off, and in comes Magwaza, who goes straight to his captain. And of course you can see there the captain reading the instructions delivered by Magwaza. Chinyai avoids the danger. Shandirwa finds Kadonzo. Confirmation of the substitution. Kadonzo dribbles one way, then the other. There's another one who loves dribbling. Bunjira does well to play the ball there. Kadamanja to Manondo. It's played back to the Caps United defense. Manokore finding Chakusha. Now this is Kangwa into the center for Zambezi. Zambezi gives it away, but he gets it back. Plays it back once again to Chakusha into the center to the far side. Kadamanja. It's clipped long into the Dynamos area. Mapisa impeded in the process. The referee says play will be stopped so that Timbare can attend to the injured player, and the Makarati, understandably so, not happy with the Caps United striker who impeded his goalkeeper.
Yeah, goalkeeper Martin Mapisa on the ground there. I think he did well to come for that ball when he was flighted into his box to claim authority, and he did very well. But of course, that move comes out with casualties, where we see Donald Dinai also down round, and he is also a victim of that aerial clash in the process. He then took the wrong end of the stick.
Indeed, and we hope that there is nothing serious, because Lloyd Chigove and his technical team of Joe Lupata would like to make some tactical substitutions, not injury-inspired ones. And in Martin Mapisa, of course, is the first choice goalkeeper. If he is forced to leave the field through injury, that would certainly throw a spanner in the works for the technical team and the referee there. It's a nice Sunday afternoon. People enjoying themselves, watching football. I just hope that it's his wife.
Lovely scenes we are seeing this Sunday. Yeah, you want to come to a soccer stadium, with your loved one and enjoy an afternoon out, watching a beautiful game of football. In this case, it's a Harare derby, and it's a game where every Harare soccer player and every Harare soccer fan will want to talk about and break over.
Yes, indeed, there's Mapisa there. Goes down once again. And he won't miss an opportunity to take off some seconds. The referee is watching. I think the technical team should tell him that the referee is watching, and he must know that he's on a yellow. Oh, lovely chance there for Timbare, but good tackling from the Caps United defenders, cleared away as Manondo fights for possession. It's a Timbare throw, according to the man in the middle, Lawrence Zimondi. Still the scoreline is 1-0. Dynamos in the lead. Alik with a throw. Another throw into Timbare. They're closely there. That was Messi Mayimbo, the fourth match official here. The chance comes in. The cross taken quickly. Kadonjo controls it. Brings in a cross and headed away by the Caps United defender. That was timely intervention, I must add. And Manondo brought down. And for a moment, the Caps United team wanted to play. It looks like, he's just taking his name down. I thought he was on a yellow already. And that could have been disaster, for Lloyd Chigove and company.
It's his first yellow for the afternoon.
Chinyangatere Rodwell, a man who started off his football in Wange, playing for Wange, was once a soccer star, and again another pair in the stands, enjoying themselves. Kadamanja lays it back for Chakusha, who finds Manokore. Back to Chakusha again as Caps United keep it among themselves. The defender quite content in playing the ball between themselves. Here's Bunjira. And the ball played through! An equalizer there! What a goal by Caps United. Miscommunication that you were talking about. And Caps United have found the equalizer, Joe.
And it was a fortuitous equalizer, Stanley. He tried to control that ball. I don't think it was actually a first-time strike at Dynamo's goal. I think he tried to control the ball, and of course, fortunately, the ball rolled against the run of play of Dynamo's goalkeeper, Martin Mapisa.
Yes, and the green side is now in full voice. As you can see them waving their flags. Caps United have found the equalizer. It's 1-1.
And the derby comes to life.
That's exactly the story. They are now singing as we take a second look at the goal. And Chinyai tried all he could, but it was too late.
What a painful way to concede a goal. A slow rolling ball into your net is the last thing that you want to see. You rather see a stinging shot that is hit against your goal and it crosses the line, but not the ball that is slowly rolling into your goal. It will be like a slow death. So
Definitely.
Dynamos, Caps United is now equalized.
Yes, indeed. And some of the members of the technical team from the Caps United bench shown a yellow card out of the picture for a while. I think in the second half, Timbare didn't take things seriously. They thought it was over, done and dusted. And looking at recent form, Timbare, of course, were the informed team. Here comes Alec. Now Alec drifting into the center, free kick for a foul on Kadonzo. If you're joining us for the first time here at Rufaro Stadium, it's 1-1. Caps United have found the equalizer. Mapwaza losing possession. Luckily for him, it gets back to him still. Yes, Shandirwa playing it through for the overlapping defender, Alec. Caps United are now more assured in their tackles. Throw into Timbare, quickly taken as they go forward now. Shandirwa keeping it through. And the Caps United defense, as I was saying, they are more assured now. Here is Manondo. And he's brought down once again.
Shadrach now had no option but to have that contact that made sure he held back the United striker William Manondo from proceeding any further. Otherwise, it could have been worse. So, well, you might call it taking one for the team, but in that case, it was effective at the end of the day. The Caps United attack was thwarted.
Yes, indeed, Caps United finally coming to life in the second half here. They found the equalizer. Their supporters, they found the voice. The waves are flying from left to right. And everyone is singing Kepe Kepe Bora. But where are the vegetables, John?
Well, the vegetable maybe dry season, we haven't seen them yet. But all the same, they've come in full color. You cannot miss a Caps United supporter this afternoon. They're all in green. They are clearly branded, clearly identified. And of course, those pictures there that we see the technical Caps United bench looking at the action pensively and hoping that they'll get something out of this game.
Oh, yes, looking by the way they are dressed, it looks like, we are slowly getting, inching towards professionalism. It's good to see as we wait for this set piece for Caps United. It's a good looking position. Danger for Timbare. 1-1 the scoreline. Anything can happen here. Martin Bapisa making sure that the wall is correctly positioned. Here comes the kick. Cleared momentarily. Finally away. Into touch for a throw in to Caps United. Yes, Caps United with their tails up. Now can play with confidence. Timbare will have to reset.
This is an interesting scenario that we're seeing now. Look at the Caps United contingent of fans. They are in full voice, dancing and enjoying themselves. And when you look at the opposite end of the stadium, the Vietnam stand is now on mute because Caps United are now on the stage. The spotlight is on Caps United. The spotlight is on Caps United fans. And of course, who can deny them that?
Oh yes, once again Dynamos give away possession. And the ball played back to goalkeeper Reyners. Long searching ball forward. And Mapisa will collect. but is now being put under a lot of pressure. Here's Jinyai. The long searching ball, but finds nobody. Only Reyners will collect. This is Zambezi. Turning away from his marker. He's having a good second half, this Zambezi boy.
Yeah, he's done well. I mean, he's been stable in that midfield part of Caps United. Yeah, he has shown his presence. He's been confident. I think they had a good conversation with him in the changing room for Caps United.
Yes, indeed. And the ball collected by United now. Here comes Jaden. Back to Kangwa. Kangwa finds support. Chinyangetere forward and back to Kangwa. Into touch. Throw into Caps United. And Dimbare are warming up. 3 players. And finally they win the ball. Here it comes now. And it's played into touch. For a throw in to Dimbare. That was Yocha, who couldn't get past his marker. Magwaza throw. Mudadi nearly losing possession. And finally does the right thing of finding his captain. And opens up play all the way to Kevin Moyo. Shandirwa all over the place. Now picks up possession on the far side. Here's Tanaka Shandirwa. Gives away possession. Opted for Kadonzo. Poor decision making. And the blue side is now whistling. They want some substitutions. But will Lloyd Chigowes agree with them? Caps United now trying to keep up the ball away. What was that for, Joe?
Yeah, I think the referee adjudged Dynamos player to have impeded on the Caps United player as they went for the high ball. But of course, the Dynamos blue half will not agree with that call.
Jaden Bakare picks up possession. Turns it in field, finds Zambezi. Trying to find Bunjira. The ball falls short. Here they come now. Alik now playing in the center. He's quite a versatile player, this Alik boy. And he's trying to claim the throw-in. Chinyangatere backwards. Another long crossfield pass. Kangwa. Rusting the young man, just giving him a bit of his own medicine. This one out of play for a throw-in to Caps United. Kangwa, the veteran, throws it in field. He goes down for another free kick. Yeah, the Dynamos players must be careful.
Yeah, I think Dynamos players have been jolted by the Caps United equalizer. Now, I think they are now in that space where you are not sure what is going to be thrown at you by Caps United. And you are playing in a derby, you don't want to be the one who is the villain and causes your team to lose the game.
And I think this Bakare boy has also brought something new that is troubling the Dynamos defense. There was no pressure coming from the left, and here's the referee telling everyone that you have to play to the whistle.
Yes, that was a good card played by Caps United coach Lloyd Chiteme by bringing Jaden Bakari. He has now brought in a breath of fresh air, a breath of impetus on the Caps United play, and that's why they're troubling Dynamos.
And Mapisa is a worried man. The free kick is dangerous. Facing a bit of the sun. He's yelling at his defenders to move in the right places. The preordained positions. Let's see how this one will be taken. It's played high and it's there! Caps United find the second goal. What a comeback by Makepekepe. Celebrations galore after 36 minutes in this 37th minute. That was a good pep talk by Lloyd Stemple.
Yeah, a good master stroke substitution made by Coach Lloyd Chitembwe, and I'm pretty sure that their conversation in the halftime, in the dressing room at halftime, did the trick to unlock Dynamos, and eventually Caps United have been rewarded by the 2 goals. If you look at that free kick, it was well flighted into the box. And of course, the blue and white shirts fighting for the same ball, but it is the green and white shirt that found good contact of the ball, and the ball nestled into the far corner with keeper Martin Mapisa clutching the goalpost and missing the ball.
Oh yes, indeed, it was a well-executed free kick with Caps United getting the second goal as Dynamos are making a substitution. Paga is set to come on, and Ziocha calls it a day. Well, Paga is a striker, but in my view, the midfield for Dynamos is the one that has let go of the match. The fans are in full voice. They are enjoying themselves. Surely if it ends like this, it will be a day to remember for the Caps United fans, but not for this bench. They thought they had everything under control.
That bench now wondering what hit them. They are wondering what stung them, and they are wondering what they can do now in the last 7-8 minutes of the game before they find an equalizer and hopefully a win thereafter.
Oh yes, indeed, as the ball is picked up by the substitute. Magwaza with a cross inside the area. It comes in and appeals for a penalty not given. Play on, says the referee. Caps United are playing on. Chinyangatera will pick up possession. And Martin Mapisa will collect this one. He plays a long one, aiming it towards Paga. And this one taken quickly. Blind pass. Dimbara inside the box. Paga chased it down, and Paga is way offside. The Caps United players.
Paga earns himself a yellow card for demonstrating there because the referee had adjudged him to be offside. I think he needs to maintain his cool, otherwise he could land himself in trouble and further compromise any chances of or any hopes for Dynamo to come back into this game.
He needs to have some discipline. As you can see, the far side throwing some missiles on the field of play.
Yeah, these are scenes that you are not welcome in our beautiful game. And we've had Caps United goalkeeper Ashley Reyners vacating the goal area because he's pointing to the referee that there are missiles that have been thrown behind my goal, and some of the missiles can also be seen in the Caps United 6-yard box. And of course, that is an unwelcome development here at Rufaro Stadium.
Yes, an unwelcome development, but the blue side of the capital still feels that they've been done by. But I don't know what exactly they are complaining about. The goal was legitimate. Paga was way offside, and the referee had to blow. But the blue side, of course, as you can see there in your pictures, is not happy. And they surrounded the referee. It will be interesting to hear from the coaches after the match on the nature of their complaints and the Dynamo's contingent. Now collecting the missiles off the field of play so that the game can carry on.
And we commend the marshals who have gone out to appeal to the fans there and say, let's allow the game to continue. Let's not throw missiles onto the pitch. Let's allow the game of football to win. And that is commendable on the marshals in terms of crowd management here at Rufaro Stadium.
Yes, indeed, and hopefully that will get started. And Ashley Reyners being asked to go back between the sticks, and at the moment Caps United players have come to their bench to get some instructions from the technical bench led by Lloyd Chitembwe. They were down going into half time. They came back a rejuvenated side and managed to get an equalizer. Then they've got the second goal that could turn out to be the winner. Let's wait and see. With about 5 minutes to go, it's Dynamos 1, Caps United 2. That's the scoreline, and those missiles are still being thrown as Kangwa plays the ball forward. Yes, the green side in full voice, singing victory songs with their flags flying high. Dynamos taking a quick throw in. Kangwa clears the danger. Dynamos now interchange passes. Here is Shandirwa on the far side. A lot of hard work there, and the shot goes over the bar. Atam Siwa trying his effort from outside the box. And of course the blue side is muted by the second goal.
And they are now anxious. They can't even take their seats. You know, we see a good number of Dynamos fans there standing on their feet and hoping and praying that something might give out of this game. They would want to lose to Caps United. This is a derby. This is a game you want to win. This is a game you don't want to lose.
Certainly nobody wants to lose this game here. Whether it's Caps or Dynamos, they all want to win it at all costs. The ball out of play again. Dynamos with a throw in, taken quickly. Caps United fighting for every loose ball here. Paga is a frustrated man. Lloyd Chitembwe reorganizing his players. Dynamos are also preparing to make a substitution. Elton Chikona. Caps United have made a substitution. In comes jersey number 20 for Caps United, Kaundera Ralph. Lloyd Chitembwe throwing in the experienced players to make sure that they see themselves over the line. Long clearance. Picked up by Timbare. Karate does well to play it. Kangwa goes down by Paga. Who is adjudged to have handled, and much to the chagrin of the Dynamos fans. Free kick to Caps United, Joe.
Yeah, I think it was a proper handball. I think he handled the ball. Of course, when you are in the momentum and when you are desperate for an equalizer, any call against you by the referee won't be well received. But for my take there, I think it was a genuine
as the confirmation of the substitution is made, in comes Ralph Kaundera, out Matindife. And this one goes out of play. Goal kick. Well, as we drift towards the end of the encounter, Dynamos will need stoppage time. Well, I think we've got a bit of it, given what happened to Mapisa and also what happened when Reyners was being pelted by the fans. There was quite a good chunk of stoppage time. I hope the referees captured that.
Yeah, definitely we expect a lengthy stoppage because we saw crowd trouble when missiles were being thrown onto the pitch, and of course the normal and other circumstantial stoppages where players were being attended to by the respective medical teams. But of course on our clock right now we've played 46 minutes of the second half, but we of course allow for the stoppage time.
Now Lloyd Chitembwe throwing in Tulani Nyamafeka. And out goes young Junior Bunjira. He's done well to play the 45 minutes, the 90 minutes rather. But of course the stoppage time will allow Tulani Yamapeka to try and affect this encounter. Another header. Out of danger. This one is a throw in. Quickly taken. Paga fighting and fighting. He's running out of time. Magwaza past his marker. Brought down, and a confirmation of the Caps United substitution. Donald Mudadi setting up to take the free kick, but Kangwa makes sure he doesn't do it, as we see the two opposing fans shaking hands.
Is that a derby unity accord?
Let's call it that. Let's call it that.
Oh, some pictures, they're taking some selfies.
Pictures, yes.
These are lovely things we want to see.
Yeah, Romario
It's a derby, yes, of course, but of course, we still remain soccer fans. We are united by the love of the football, the game of football.
Now Masiwa has taken over, ready to dispatch the kick. We haven't seen the board coming up. A header away. Mudadi turns one way. And he tries to shoot from afar. This one goes away. No problem for the goalkeeper, Ashley Reyners. It's still Caps United 2, Dimbare 1. Of course, Dynamos have been winning matches over Caps United in the last 10 games. This is the 11th. And Caps United will make it 3 victories and 2 draws, but Dynamos have won 5 times. Long effort, headed away. Nyawa goes down, and a push on a Dimbare player. Mapisa stealing 1 or 2 meters before taking the kick. Not long ago he was taking all the time in the world. Now he realizes that you have to rush everything.
They say what goes around comes around, and karma will come back to haunt you.
Yes. Kevin Moyo to Donald Jinyai into the box, and Caps United defend it well. It's picked up by Dimbare. Here's Nyawa. Back to Kevin Moyo. Met by Caps United defenders. Mapisa. Now, Mapisa is in trouble. Getting carried away, Mapisa. Very lucky to get away with that one. This is Magwaza. Nyawa goes down under challenge, expecting the referee to blow. Manondo, the top goal scorer, brought down by Donald Jinyai.
That was a good touch by Manondo to control and turn. Of course, we see pictures of Mablanyo there, the Dynamos coach, wondering what stung him and the team. And of course, I wonder if he has a formula to unlock and retrieve this game from the keep grip of Caps United.
We've played 5 minutes of stoppage time, and the referee continuously looks at his watch as we take a look at Manondo here. Lovely control, turns away from his marker, and Jinyai brought him down crudely. Luckily, Manondo is up and about to carry on with the game here. Caps United look like they'll be winning this one. The referee has put his whistle to his mouth and blows to end the match. Caps United beat Dynamos by 2-1. You can see the celebrations from the Caps United bench. Despite the absence of Murwira, they've managed to beat their nemesis by 2-1. Joe, your thoughts about the game?
We saw a first half that was dominated by Dynamos, because Dynamos were confident on the ball. They were knitting their passes and threading the ball around, thereby dropping Caps United a number of times. But of course, they didn't convert those chances. Then in the second half, we saw Loichi Tembwe making tactical substitutions which actually turned the game around. So I think that, like the football saying that goes, the second half belongs to the coach. And indeed, this is exhibit number 1 of that theory. Lloyd Chitembwe outwitted Coach Mablanyo in the second half. He made a few changes to his team. He told them to play easy, play confident, and hold on to the ball. And now we see a scoreline which reads at the end of the game 3 points to Dynamos on a 2-1 scoreline.
It's actually 3 points to the Auburn Caps United. They won it by 2-1. Jaden Bakari in the 70th minute, and Rodwell Chinyangetere, the goal scorers after Valentine Kadonzo had given Dynamos the lead. And you can see there the Caps United players going over to salute their supporters who had come in full force here at Rufaro Stadium. It was a wonderful occasion indeed, and Caps United, well, judging by the second half, they deserved that victory. They came back a transformed outfit, a rejuvenated team, winning every tackle, and they continued to pile on the pressure and were rewarded through Nyegetere and Jaden Bakare, who came in and actually, ignited the scene in Caps United's favor. And the singing, of course, will go all night. And if you're looking for a party, Joe, it's better you go to Caps United training ground. There will be a lot of beer for you if you do drink.
Free hands to any football lover who wants a few drinks this evening. Look for a Caps United supporter. You are assured of a couple of drinks on them. Then, of course, they deserve that. It was a masterstroke tactic that was employed by Coach Lloyd Chitembwe in the second half. And of course, Caps United are the worthy winners for this Harare derby.
Yes, and we cross over to Charles Mabika on the touchline to talk to Lloyd Chitembwe.
So, after 6 years of unrewarding digging, Lloyd Loza Chitembwe struck gold this afternoon at Rufaro Stadium. The last time they'd beaten Dynamos was back in 2018 on the 22nd of April when Denver Mukamba, who had just moved from Dynamos to Caps United, struck the killer goal 1-0. 6 years, and at last it has come. Well, congratulations, Coach. Coach, you came back a transformed side in the second half. What did you say to those guys?
Yeah, honestly speaking, I thought we had control and dominance of the match in the first half, but what we lacked was probably just the killer instinct. And I told the boys that there's no point of dominating and controlling the match if you're not effective. And yeah, I think the second half response was very good. And yeah, we were very effective in the second half. We did manage to make the breakthroughs through their middle. I thought in terms of running behind their defenses and also coming deep into midfield, Rodi and Ino were not doing particularly well in the first half, but I thought in the second half they did more of that in the second half, and we did manage to be effective.
And obviously, just playing Dynamos, you will know from your days as a Caps United midfielder player, super player, you don't need anybody to tell you that you must go out and win this.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. These games, they make careers and they also break careers. And I'm happy the response from the boys today was very good. Most of them have made very good careers out of this game. Yeah.
So, Coach, now a top 4 finish possible by the end of the season, because now you are on 41 points.
Yeah, I think the whole idea is to try and win each and every single game we play. And this is what Caps is all about. It's all about being competitive, going to a match believing that we can win it. And I'm sure we are now in a very good space where we believe we can play anyone, anyway, and still win it.
Coach, congratulations, Makorogoto.
Thank you so much.
Please, what's on Daita Kupatika? Lloyd Loza Chitembwe, the Caps United gaffer, are there promising to invite me to the party. But like I said, 6 years it took for Makepekepe to eventually beat Dynamos from 2018, and it was coming. We're just waiting to hear from the home side coach. Caps United were the away team. Now the home side coach, Lloyd Mablanyo Chigove, who of course were the home side, and Dynamos losing by 2-1 with that freak header by Rodwell Chinyengetere. Well, tough luck, coach. Your summation of the whole game, maybe especially the second half, when Caps United seemed to get 3 acres of space to go past your defense.
I thought we had a good first half, and we managed to get a goal. And of course, Caps piled on the pressure as a team that needed an equalizer. And because of the amount of pressure they put on and the effort, they managed to get a goal. And of course, the decisive second goal. It was, I don't think it was necessary foul that we committed at the edge of the 18 area, resulting in us conceding a second goal. But at the end of the day, I'll say the better team won.
So, coach, I know this is the team that every Dynamos fan hates to lose to, besides Highlanders, of course. But in the capital, no Dynamos fan wants to lose to Makepe. So, what's the way forward now? Do you think a top 4 finish is still possible?
Yeah, for us, there's still 8 games to play. Top 4 still very much possible. But of course, we let it slip today.
Your parting words to the millions of Dynamo supporters watching.
This is our first defeat since I came in the league, and we'll rise and fight again for a top 4 finish. And we'll still have another fight in the Chubugu Super Cup. We'll have to regroup and pick ourselves up.
Thank you so much, coach. All the best. Tough luck. All right. Right. That was the Dynamo's head coach, Lloyd Chigowe, saying that they will just have to pick themselves up and keep on fighting. Top 4 Caps are now on 41 points. Dynamos remain on 38 points. Well, you saw the golden handshake there, but nobody got it right, eh? Because remember, Zola said 3-1. It turned out to be 2-1. Chief Justice said 2-1. It was 2-1 the other way. Right, let me start with my mother told me to choose this one, but I prefer this one. Okay. Right, Chief Justice, your thoughts. You know, you had the first half, like the last time. You had the first half. The second half belonged to Caps, and you were punished.
Yeah, devastating second half. I think Dynamos, they switched off a little bit. We didn't go forward like we did in the first half. We tried to control the midfield, and I give credit to them. Caps United, they read the game a little bit, and they started using the width, trying going forward. They knew they were bound to make a lot of mistakes. If you see the first goal when Bakari went in, he just went in to stay with the two central defenders. They were waiting for any ball which comes. They were bound to make mistakes and confusion. Also, our goalkeeper, Dynamos, there was a lack of communication. The communication was very poor, but I wouldn't expect that from Martin. He should have done better. I also noted that his organization was very poor in the set pieces. You see, there were a lot of free players in the box until Chinyengetere scored. So I think credit to Caps United for winning the derby. They did very well.
Right, Zola, just quickly, 6 years it took to beat Dynamos, but yes, you are floating on cloud 9. What does this mean as a true Green Army?
Yeah, I had the feeling. That's why I was calm at halftime. The boys came through. What I like the most is that what I said at halftime, that let's use the width. Let's go out wide. We'll get the goals from that side. We got the first goal from this, exactly what I said. Give him to his feet. He cuts inside, and we got a goal. The second goal, outside again on the left, we got a free kick wide, and we got a goal. This is how we were supposed to be playing even from the first half. But I'm happy now that they did that. Now they switched back. But unfortunately for Dynamos, I don't know, it's a disease with a lot of clubs in Zimbabwe. You score one, you don't want to play. You have the momentum. Carry on. I was saying it when they started delaying. I was like, why are they delaying when they've got the upper hand? keep going. So they started delaying. When you start delaying, you lose focus. They lost concentration. Yeah. So well done to Caps United.
Justice. Well, Makorokoto, if you are a Caps United fan out there, kepe bora, and tough luck. If you are a Dynamo Dimbare fan out there, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Bora naiga ezemdlalo. Well, that's just about it. Many thanks to all of you owners of the game, for watching. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing here on ZBC TV. From the ZBC TV sports crew, fronted by our producers, Bevan Shinurai, Jacob Banya, and Stuart Soriwa, we say, remember to take care of your loved ones and each other. I'm Charles, CNN Mabika. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye for now. Caps United winning this one by 2-1.